Hey YouTube, it's PowerBricks and I'm back with another LEGO Megazord review. And today we're going to be taking a look at part 1 of the Katachi Sentai Geomon, or the Power Rangers Geo series. This here is a very special set because there are 3 Zords with 5 Rangers. So the way this works is these right here are all called the Geo Temples. And the Temple Zords are very interesting. This is like Zeo, but a lot different. You see, the red one pilots his own, which is the Sky Temple right here. Then we have the blue and the pink. These two pilot the Sea Temple. So, Sky Temple is like some futuristic ship, and Sea Temple is also like a ship, but it's really a submarine type. It's in the water. And then we have the Land Temple, which is piloted by green and yellow. So it's based off of a huge giant tank fortress. So, really interesting, and all of these can combine into a huge Megazord that is absolutely beautiful, and it can also combine into a giant temple. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. I cannot wait to show you what these things can do, and let's get into it. So this right here is the team. These are the Katachi Sentai Geomon, or the Power Rangers Geo. We have 6 Rangers. We have the Red Star Ranger, the Blue Circle Ranger, the Green Square Ranger, the Yellow Octagon Ranger, we have the Pink Triangle Ranger, and the White Trapezoid Ranger. So pretty cool. Now the white one is not featured in this video, he's for part 3. There's 3 parts in total. It's pretty cool though. I think you guys are really gonna like this set. So I might make a Zord for him. I'm not sure. I had it in a design. I had a design for it, but I'm not sure if I actually want to make a Zord for him. I'd rather him just combine with these guys, so it takes less work off my hands and I can work on a different Zord. But anyway, this here is their morpher. This is the Geo morpher, or the Geo changer. So it's actually really interesting. It's a wrist morpher. It's a quick little sketch that I did. But you see there's the ring of gold around there, then there's the blue circle, you have the yellow octagon right there, the red star, the green square, and the pink triangle, all 5 of the symbols there. And then we have just the waist, the little band there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. These are the Rangers. Now let's get into the rest. So first off, we're taking a look at the Sky Temple, which is piloted by the Red Ranger himself. I think this one is really cool. It has an interesting look to it. There are some wings on the side, but there is also guns on the front, which are pivotable little cannons there. Pretty sweet. On both sides, there are those cannons. Now the front, you can see the cockpit is actually black, but in the inside, it looks like there are stair steps on the gold part. You see, I made it look like stair steps. It's kind of for the fortress mode, but you kind of get the gist to let you know that it's a temple that resides in the sky. There's a little bit of chrome on top. There's some silver pieces, some gray, some gold, a little bit of black, and he has these giant thrusters that are adjustable, but they're really for the transformation with the Megazord. Overall, it doesn't really do much, but it still looks pretty cool. That is one thing I will say about this one. Definitely one of my favorites because it just kind of reminds me of the Lightspeed Rescue Omega Red Zord. I was thinking of that, like the red Omega one, but kind of its own thing mixed with Zeo, obviously. You'll see why, but that's pretty much it for this one. So here is our Sea Temple, which is piloted by Blue and Pink. I think this one is really neat. I just love the colorway. So there are some nice gold pieces on there. There's some silver. We got some gunmetal gray on there to kind of give it a great contrast along with the entire look of it, just having gold and blue all throughout. There's a translucent piece. I had to use this because I didn't have any more blue flat tiles. For some odd reason, I just couldn't find them, but I know they're in that pile of Legos. But anyway, it's just a clear blue tile, but you can see that there is pink all throughout the entire Zord. 2 different kinds of pinks, very interesting, but I don't really mind. I have this hot pink and I can't find any tiles for it. Really hard to find this color, but I had to just improvise and use these, but I don't really care. It looks pretty sweet anyway. But yes, here are the 2 cockpits right here, and then you have the, I guess, it's all a cockpit honestly, but it has the steps, it has these 2 guns, and there's a little more to the articulation. So these things move right here 360 degrees easy, and they can also move up and down. These are like torpedo shooters type thing, I don't know. Up here there are also guns, so they pop off really easily because they're supposed to move down here later, but they do move up and down a little bit to the side it can move all the way around. Same. I'm actually doing it wrong. It's supposed to rotate. I'm not supposed to touch that part. It's really for transformation. It's supposed to go like that. Yeah. So it's supposed to be like that. Boom. I just popped it off. But you get the gist of it. The guns work at the top of the submarine. Sea Temple, Aqua Temple, whatever you want to call it. But there are also claws on the front because it is a submarine. So it can have that little, whoa. I always do that. Why does that happen? But anyway, the claws do work right there. And on this side, the claws also work. I really love this sword so much. It's super special because it's so unique. I've always wanted to get a giant temple. I've done it before with the buildings. If you guys have seen it, I'll put the original in the video, but you'll see the video below. And also a little honorable mention that I forgot to show you guys really quickly. This is the old shape team, the Keijo Sentai Katachi Man, or yeah, Katachi Man. Yeah, there it is. But anyway, this is the old shape team. And these are the new guys. They kind of use a similar design, but it's a lot different. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. I've shown you everything, and I've wasted 2 minutes every time. Or did I just... I don't know. I don't think I wasted it. It was pretty cool. I like this Zord. Okay, so last but not least is the Sprite Zord, or should I say the green and yellow. This is the Land Temple. And now it doesn't have any working wheels at all. It's just these giant artificial treads that are there. But it still looks pretty cool. Kind of slide it around, but it doesn't really roll at all. It's still pretty neat though. I like this thing. It looks like a giant tank temple, which is interesting, but the tank nozzle can articulate to kind of move around to kind of get a better accuracy at shot. So it's actually pretty cool. But it's overall just a giant tank fortress, to be honest with you guys. That is pretty much it for this. There's not much to go off of. There's some green, some silver, there is some gold all throughout, and a little bit of black with some gray. Both of them do complement each other very well. Like I said before, Sprite. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Sprite Temple. Now that we've went over what all of these things can do and pretty much how they are up close, now it's time to form the Grand Temple, which is one of my favorite formations. So let's cue the music and let's get into that combination. Whoopsie. So here is the Grand Fortress, and my, is this behemoth beautiful. An absolutely beautiful thing. I've always wanted to make a Zord like this for like the past 6 months. I've been debating on making something like this. Never did it, but then recently I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lock in and I'm gonna make it. And this is the fortress. It is massive, absolutely massive, and it is beautiful. You can see the design here. There are stair steps that go all the way up to the top and they go down. Kind of like you can see kind of with the cockpits, it kind of gives you that temple look. Now, one cool thing about it is that it is absolutely loaded with guns on the side, on the top up here, and even in the back. If you want the smoke from the back end, all they gotta do is press that button and it's going crazy. There is artillery everywhere. This is like the assault mode of MMPR times 30, but also it's its own thing. And honestly, the way I did it, it's the ancient civilization theme, which is just like Geo, if you guys already didn't know that. But the red is based off of Egyptians. So you have the pyramid, which comes from the sky, type stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the top, it looks like a pyramid. But down here for blue and pink, this is from the Aztecs or the Inca or Atlantis, maybe. I'm not sure. Most likely probably Atlantis because it's water, but Atlantis kind of vibe. They're coming from the waters, and then over here we have the land. So I think the land one would be from the Aztec and Inca, which is the land temple, which is the tank. You know what I'm saying? But this one would be from like the South America. All right, so Egypt, Atlantis, and the South America, Aztec, Inca kind of vibe going on. But anyway, really, really, really nice Zords. I freaking love this combination. It is beautiful and it is just a masterpiece. I love how beautiful it is. Just look at those nice treads. Too bad it doesn't roll, but it doesn't matter. It really has a nice special place in my heart. It takes me back to those good old Sentais from the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Like, woo, MMPR, Zeo kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get to the Megazord formation because I know you guys are really excited by now to see what that is all about. So let's get into the combination. Okay, so here is our Geo Temple Megazord. It is absolutely beautiful and it is quite the behemoth. It is huge, absolutely huge and very heavy, but it is super cool. So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Super Sentai, but one thing that I adore are the classics. Yeah, the O-Ranger, the Power Rangers Zeo, Mighty Morphin, Lost Galaxy, In Space. I love the classic flair. So for this one, it's not a very articulated Zord, but it still has that classic energy that is practically unbeatable in my eyes. So 360 on the arms, and you guys know that is almost practically it. But of course, I did my own little twist, so we just don't get that. There is a little movement in and out. Right here, you can get this right here. And if I could, it's not really easy to do because of the shoulder cannon, so these can't really move in or out too much, but it works anyway. So yes, there is slight head articulation. You can move side to side, which is pretty cool because usually there's no head articulation. And last but not least, we have some leg articulation, so he can kick forward. He can do a little kick. It's not much, but he can kick. He's not like old Sentai all the way, but he is at the same time. The other side also can kick. Pretty sweet though. I like this Zord a lot. It is very classic. It just reminds me and all of us of what we had. Remember the good old days when Power Rangers were coming out, super hype, new Zords. You wouldn't expect what it would be, but you knew it was going to be something good. That's what I like, that hype. And that's what this is, and that's what this channel is all about. It's keeping that love there, you know? Everything is all original, but it's all Power Rangers, you know what I mean? So very familiar, but different. And this is a nice take on Zeo, and it's pretty much my own thing. So there is a little sweetness to it. I added some cool things. So this right here, I forgot to show you guys during the transformation. It was just a flap in the back, but I'm supposed to unpeg it and put it right here, and it's like a backpack. So what it does is something really interesting, and we'll see in just a second. So as you know, for all Sentai, there are two types of weapons that you usually get, sword and shield, or maybe a gun and a sword, something. Maybe there's just one sometimes, but they got a weapon. I have a sword that I made. It just plugs into the pink right there, you see? Boop! And now he has a giant gold sword that can just slash through its opponents. And it's pretty cool because it's based off of that, you know, the ancient civilization theme. We have the red, which is the Egyptian, blue, which is the Atlantean, and then green and yellow, which is the Aztec and Inca type thing. But the sword comes from Japan. Katana. And the top of the tank, the gun head, or the top of it I should say, becomes a blaster for the Megazord. So it has 3 little holes. I use the one in the center, plug it in, boom, now he has a gun. Now he has a gun, and he can shoot. It's a really cool Zord. I think this is awesome. And there's also shoulder cannons, so it's like you got mini guns on the shoulders. Yeah, this Zord is pretty freaking loaded, if you ask me. It's pretty hype. It's sweet. I like this thing, man. It is freaking sexy. Thick. But it's nice, though. I like this robot a lot. Really, really, really nice sword. One of my top favorites because of the classic aesthetic. This is for my old school Sentai fans out there who respects the classics, who love the classics, all of the classics, not just MMPR, but we're poking a little fun at Zeo because who doesn't love Zeo? Come on, man. If you don't like Zeo, that's what you deserve. One of these little slashes, but oh yeah, pretty classic. I love this Zord so much. I can't wait to show you the combined mode with the white Zord. Really nice. Now let's get into the extra bit. I unplug this, and this is actually a shield, and it plugs right onto the side of the sword. This little yellow stud, or gold one I should say. The gold stud plugs in like that, boom, and there is the shield on the side of the Megazord. He can raise his arm and kind of do his defense, deflect everything with that huge shield. We can also plug it in. Oh no, the stud came off, surprisingly. Alright, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna put it on the other side. It's universal for both sides. Plug it in. Get there. Alright, and there it is on the blaster side. Blue. So now blue has it. It actually kind of fits better on blue because blue has the gun in his hand, and the yellow kind of contrasts pretty well right there. Not gonna lie, but I do like the green though. But overall, really nice Zord. I do like this one a lot. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this thing. Do you like the classics? Do you like the new stuff? Do you like it when they're not fully articulated but still semi-articulated? Or do you like 100% articulated? Let me know in the comments below. Cannot wait to show you guys part 2 and 3. And that's it for this video. And this is PowerBricks signing off. A peace. I stole that from Sunny. This here is an end credits scene, but I gotta ask you guys personally, which one of these 3 were your favorites? Do you like the Sky Temple, which is red? Do you like the Sea Temple, which is blue and pink? Or do you like the Land Temple, which is green and yellow? The Sprite Temple. So, let me know in the comment section below which one of these was your favorite. And that's pretty much it for this video, and now I'm really out of here.